Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I will discuss about another operator as a AND and OR operator. With this AND and operator, like if you want to get some of the user data, which user is married as a true and which user age as a 30 or 60, if you want to get a specific this user data, then you can actually get it with the OR operator. And also there is another one as a AND operator. So that is simple a difference between both of these. In our OR operator, if we get a specific one data, then it will be get total data. But if you use that as a AND, both of these should be as a match. Then you have to use it as a, it should be check our age as a 60 or not. And also it should be check as a is married as a true or not. So when both of these will be matched, then that will be get this data. So that is a simple difference between OR and the AND. But I show you with the live example. For doing this right now, I want to do here, that is all that are common. But right now I also want to make it as a comment out. Okay, comment out, I copy it. And here I want to create new one. Literally that will be needed. I simply paste it. Okay, I simply paste it and I want to make it as a comment out. I simply make it as a comment out. Okay, I simply make it as a comment out, and now I want to do, I name it one of the function name as a db. Okay, I name it as a db, and also we have to display this db. I simply display it, which is totally fine. There is an asynchronous function. I take one of the user variable name as a user, await, and then our user model, because that is actually our user model, right? So I simply loaded this user model. So right now we don't need this. I simply remove it. I simply remove it. Okay, great. Now that is our user, and into this user area, now I want to change it here. Right now I want to remove everything. Okay, I simply remove it, and also there is a find, I remove it. Okay, so into this find, that is our user find. Into this user find method, here I want to add that our OR method. So into this OR, okay, into this OR area, here we have to pass out two of this object name. Like here, first of all, that will be 2, right? I want to take which user is married as a true. That means that is actually our is married. Which user is married will be as a true. Okay, and also I want to add our another condition. Our another condition will be as a age. Age will be as a 30. That is a two things. It will be match. Now that will be our OR operator. Okay, so with this OR, now that should be first of all check our is married, this user is married is true or not. If we get that as a is married as a true, then that will be get this data, or it will be check as age as a 30 or not. Okay, now if you want to display it, now I want to then display this user data. Now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, and now I want to run it. This is very easy, all that process. I want to run that node and then index. Okay, now click as enter. Now let's check this out if we get any data or not. Yes, you can see it's now successfully get some of the data, and this all that user as a is married as a false. But here you can see our age as a 30. As I told you, into this OR method, it should be check both of these field data. It should be check our is married is true or not. If we get that as a is married is true, it should be get this data, or it should be check our age as a 30 or not. Then it should be get that our 30 age data. You can see in particular that area is married is false. That means this condition is not executable, but here that is actually executed. Like a age as a 30, you can see age 30 is now successfully get our total user data. And also there is another one here, that is a age as a 35, but is married is true. That means our this condition is appropriate, right? For the reasons you can see our age is not matched, but it gets this data. And same as here, our is married is true, it's get this data. And also here that is a is married is true, for the reasons it's get this data, but our age is not matched. I hope it's very much clear to you. But right now if you make it as a AND, I make it as a AND query. Okay, here that will be actually check both of these. That means both of these should be as a true. Is married when that will be as a true, and also age when that will be as a 30, then only it should be get this data. Both of these should be as a true. Now let's check this out. Click as a save all, and now if you make again as a node, node index, click as a enter. Now you can see it's now display empty, because there have no such a user which user is married as a true and age as a 30. Because if you go to our database, into this database, like there is our 30 age, you can see for the 30 age there is only one as is married as a false. Okay, and also there is another one, but here right now I want to change it. I make this user as a 30. Okay, now that is 30 and is married as a true. For this user is married as a false. Now both of these should be matched. Now I want to click as update this data. Now age as a 30 and is married as a true. Now that should be display our this user all the data, right? Because both of these condition will be perfect, as is married will be as a true and age will be as a 30. Now let's check this out. Now if you run it again, there's a node and then index. Now click as enter. Yes, you can see it's now successfully get this data. Our age is matched and our is married is also as a true. I hope friend it's very much clear to you how to deal with it. Okay, what exactly the difference between or and then and operator. So with this or operator, if you have one condition true, then that will be get all the data. But when you use that as an and operator, then both of these should be as a true. When both of these will be matched in our database, then that will be get this data. Okay, just simply remember all these functionality different. Okay, and also when you use that as a and actually, as I told you, that will be check both of these. You can also add the same condition in your find. For the reasons actually and is not important, like here if you want to add it, then only you have to do that will be our condition. Into this condition, this condition I want to add it in our find. Okay, into this find area you can also add it as a is married will be as a true, and then age will be as a 30, right? So I also want to do and to add it in here. So right now we don't need this add. I simply remove everything from here. Okay, I simply remove it. Now that should be executed perfectly, because in our find I have already discussed about that things with you. Now that should be display our is married will be as a true, age will be as a 30. Both of these should be matched in our database. You can also use that things like that way. Our result will be just like that same. Here if you want to check it as a node index, now click as enter. Right now you can see it's perfect. It will be check or is married as a true and then age as a 30. So when both of these will be matched, then that will be get this data. Okay, so I hope it's very much clear to you. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.